for you, yeah. Push back, baby. Push back on the bamboo, baby.
Hi, good evening, people. It's Friday, and I know some people are very thankful. It's the last day of school for TNT for this academic year. So, Nali, how are you feeling this evening?
I'm so tired and so sleepy right now.
Oh, like those young people give you a last run for your money for this week.
Just feeling drained.
All right. Well, the good thing is it's holiday time, sort of, for some people, for some teachers, sort of, because I know everybody got things planned. Right. So, people, it is Real Talk Live, and today's topic is love-hate relationship. So, have you ever been in a love-hate relationship, or you're wondering why you stand with someone because you don't know if they love you, you don't know if they hate you, or you're just being naive to the situation? Yes. So, Sonali, what do you think about this topic?
Love-hate relationship. It make you wonder, honestly and truly. It really make you wonder.
So, people, before we get long, I don't know if Lion wants to be inside up in this thing here, but people, so we no longer having a summer splash. We are having a September affair. So, you know, we were talking about the bus ride, but things happen, and we just had to put it in September. So, people, Saturday, 17th September, it's official. Like when I tell you official, we have the tickets right here. Right here. Tickets are in hand, people.
Don't worry, don't worry.
So, in case you're wondering, it's right here. So don't stick.
Pick up Shamila inside.
Good evening, ma'am.
What's the topic today, Ollie? What's the bacchanal topic today? Love you today, hate you tomorrow. Love you today, hate you tomorrow. It's song in people. I would say some ladies like the excitement and all here.
Which excitement is that?
I find there's a excitement. All the place in the comment section. Here we know. I find ladies is like the little makeup. They have the little fight, the little war, the little disagreement, and then you see that makeup segment.
I know how hate. Reaching hate is a restroom.
Well, listen, man. Well, tell me if I'm wrong. When all the ladies get in all their feelings, right? All of us use some strong words sometimes. Right? And when they use these strong words, a man might feel you hate him, and sometimes you just use the explicit, literally say it, I hate you. Real, when all you know all it is. Well, you talk to.
Well, I never use that. I never tell.
No, well, some of the words sometimes, the man might derive that, this woman hate me, right? But when you really check it out, when all you boiled up and all you realize all you done vent all yourself, you see that makeup thing, sometimes it is like that. But let me know, please in the comment section.
So how about when the man say things? Well, to that. We come back to that too. When the men say things, both parties say things. when they are upset or vexed or angry or whatever word they want to use. But understanding makeup,
that's so true. That's so true, because men, they too, when they're ready, they just say the things, or depending on how they treat you too, you just wonder, like, he don't like me or something, he hate me or so, he just to treat me a certain way. Because yeah, it will have the excitement, you could, they will argue, disagree, and the makeup, but that don't mean the woman hates him or anything.
Yeah.
Yes, we have dangerous ways with our words, but that don't mean we hate you, because if we hate you, if a woman hates you, a woman literally hates you, she wouldn't even be around you at all.
That's the next thing. Always have some women, they pretend they're sticking out for whatever reason, because they have some, let us say, mothers who they hate the husband, but because of the children, she is staying there, until children get older and she could do it on her own, because a lot of times women are really dependent on men to have that either balance or that financial security to ensure that the children are provided with whatever it is they need. Because they do hear married women saying, I hate that man, and they really use that word. They do use it. But we know that both men and women say real hurtful, harmful things when they are angry, and you have to hope it's having a makeup. You wonder if it's going to have any makeup after it's done. Hi Riri, how are you? So, when is this wedding, Riri? When is this wedding? We're waiting for the date to drop. And let us know if you'll be coming with the boo on the bus ride in September. September 17, people, the date is official. Tickets are ready and available.
Makeup to break up. Wagwan Riri.
You mean break up to make up?
Let's play to the comment section.
Break up to make up.
Play to the comment section. Play to the in the comment section.
I know. I only hear push back.
Yeah.
Push back, baby. Push back on the bamboo.
Yeah, sir.
Push
So,
back, baby. Push back on the
people-
bamboo, baby. Yeah, push back, baby.
Well, let's tell me. If the push back on the bamboo, they set up in a scene.
Good night, Andy. We have a ticket ready.
Oh, Bella,
Where's this
really?
person?
I'm coming to you now. Look at it. The answer to the
Heaven and earth inside.
place in the comment section in the hate and love relationship, because sometimes when you have a long-term relationship, it just have a little heat. It just have a little more. Don't give me that. Well, they tell me if they like the makeup sex, place in the comment section and the
And just so you're going quick. So people, Lion wants to know if it is your look forward to makeup sex. And I don't know if you'll remember, sometime last day on a Real Talk, Lion confessed that he gets the ladies angry in order to have a makeup sex session. So Nali, do you remember that? He confessed.
I didn't forget that. I do remember that.
Yes. So, Andy, let us know if that is something you do as well. I think, Andy, you are another person that confessed that you get the woman sex just to have makeup sex. So, all the people who make sure to get their partner vexed to have makeup sex, put up your hand. put up a hand. And he's saying makeup sex is the best. And yes, he's confessing. Confession on a Friday, yes. So Andy, ladies out there, just know, when you get your vex, it's makeup sex you're looking for. Some sort of excitement. Riri as well. She loves makeup sex. So Nali, do you look forward to makeup sex?
I do.
But you really don't want to be that vex thing.
Nowadays, I'd rather you get me vexed or upset or something. But me being the other way, getting my partner upset and all that, I'm not for that really and truly, because I know I hot-headed, he hot-headed, so I rather not.
Right.
I rather you do thing or so to get me upset.
Okay.
Yeah. Big up yourself, Jean. Long time me see you, girl.
Good night, Jean.
Jean, we invited you to the bus ride, but you'll have to fly from New York to Trinidad in September. How we feeling? So, Jean, I know you're a busy lady. Do you enjoy makeup sex? One, but sometimes in long relationships, sometimes the relationship is be going good. Sometimes it's have a little hate, a little war, a little argument. I want to know people. See, and we love it. We will love it. Jean, tell us if you love the makeup scene. And this is for the ladies I am asking, and for the people who watching. Is too much of that you would call that in the love hate? Is that toxic, or can it become toxic? Please in the comment section, can it become toxic? And I'm saying to the ladies who love the little thrill, because sometimes in the makeup a boy has to show you.
Thrill different ways.
Yes, same. Some people like
that's
the madness.
Toxic.
Riri, tell me if you like the madness. Jean, tell me if you like a little craziness in your life, or is it? You know how much is too much?
Every week is too much. That is toxic. Sonali, what do you think?
No, it is. Because after a while, you're wondering, like, what the hell? Like I said before, you're wondering if it is the person really for you or not, or they're just there for, like, they use it or something. Because that constant every week is argument, and then is makeup sex constant. I'm constantly, you love the makeup sex and so, but after a while, it becomes toxic. That constant arguing, nobody is saying it when have no disagreements or anything, but every week, so, something wrong. And if it's being done just for the makeup sex, then hey, something about this relationship not right, because all you're doing is getting me vexed, or I getting you vexed, and it's just for the makeup sex constantly. Something is completely wrong.
So Andy is saying yes, it can become toxic. Yeah. Too much makeup sex ain't good. Because when it's done, it will really break up. Because it can be every time. Toxic. Riri was saying, do you think that too much makeup sex can become toxic? Because some people literally do get their partner angry for whatever reason, just to have makeup sex. I find it is more exciting, but to me that is just toxic. You can do so many things to make sure that there's a thrill in the bedroom. Really saying no, I don't like craziness. That is toxic. I can't have arguments every day or every week. It's better the couple go their separate ways.
Push back, baby.
Hey,
baby.
hey.
Push back, baby. Push back,
I don't
Connie.
know.
Bamboo, baby. Push
Oh,
back, baby. Push back, Connie. Bamboo, baby. Yeah, push back, baby. Push back,
you
Connie.
don't think
Bamboo.
one.
Hey,
Everybody
skipping.
has
Okay,
to
then,
do
boy. Yeah, fear boy, you hear bus ride and it doesn't jump out itself when date release.
So the bus ride, or they can contact, or they know who to contact. Riri, you tell them how much tickets you want. Siobhan, you let me know how much tickets you want. Is in September. She can give you all the information after you take a look at it. So after this, she can give you the information. Yeah.
Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Team baby. Super you, yeah. Push back, baby. Push back, Connie. Bamboo, baby.
People, so we are having a September affair. It is Burn Team Global's first bus ride, right? So first bus ride, we have our tickets ready. You're gonna get free Jello shots on entry. So people, the tickets are here, right? And it's only $200. We will be on the Mackerson bus. You know, the Mackerson bus is real heat, right? So you just want to have a nice time, meeting point, Monrepo roundabout, and don't worry, you will meet the other team members who you can contact for tickets. So it is Shanaka, which is my cousin, and Selena, who you all will know as Z. Yes, so you'll just hit us up. Don't worry, we will be posting on the page later on for, you know, with the contact numbers and everything. Yes, so just remember limited seats. Yeah, limited seats, so make sure you get out there quick. We know it's September 17th, so everybody will have enough time to buy up their children's books because we know it's going to be a new year, new book list, all of that. Right, so just be prepared to have a nice time. So Nadia, I don't know if you're ready for the bus ride. You're thinking?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's kind of close to some events there, like literally, but things could happen, man. Things could happen.
Right. You have to make things happen. Yes, people. So Andy, I know you've been asking for tickets.
Straight
So
and
just let us know when you're swinging by and let us know what lady you're bringing. You understand? Let us know if it's 2, 3, a lady on the right, a lady on the left. A ticket for yourself. Let me know how you're doing. Remember, it's an affair.
And the boy, it has some ladies saying that a DVD could hold lemon. And I think this is a segue into ladies' night conversation because I'll be present and we're going to kill them tomorrow night. Because in ladies' night tomorrow night, the topic is who thinks about sex more, men or women? You hear what I say?
Yes.
What I do, it has some ladies.
Sex can't keep a relationship.
It has some ladies, boy. Let's give the DVD right. Well kept. Kick away at the silver. Can sex keep a relationship?
No, it cannot.
I don't know that, boy.
Sex might just keep a sexual relationship going, but to say
But I thought
anything more than that.
You might not understand. So it's a
No,
long
what kind of relationship we
long-
talking about?
When you have a long relationship with somebody, right? And it just have rocky roads, it just have some years where it'll be rocky. Right? You think that if the sex bad, Is the sex that hold our relationship to get back on the good foot, because if the sex bad and the rocky road come and they don't even have a good sex to hold apart. Well, let's tell me, Andy, or let's tell me.
So Lion is saying the sex can't keep it there. That's what you're saying. So now the briefing you. If
I
you
said
feel
leave that
sex
for
could keep
tomorrow. Leave that discussion for tomorrow. He changing
Alright.
topic. Don't come and change topic now.
Right, so love-hate relationship, people. Have you all ever been in a love-hate relationship? Or we felt that you hate your partner at any time? Because I do have people who kind of have that emotion towards their partners, eh? So have you ever felt hate towards your partner?
Rapid entertainment.
That's the question. Because hate is a
Understand.
real strong word.
It's a strong word and it's a real strong feeling. And I know myself too well that if it have at some point that I begin to hate you, I don't want nothing to do with it. So I know myself good enough that the moment that starts to unstart,
Push back, baby.
I keep my
Push back
distance
on
far
the
away
bamboo.
from you. I will break it off. I will go
Push back, baby.
just
Push back.
completely distance myself. It has things you don't like about your partner. You wouldn't like this about them, or you don't like what they do in certain scenarios. But the moment you start to hate on your partner, 1 minute you love them, 1 minute you hate them, or seriously begin to develop that feeling of hate, then you truly don't love your partner.
Yeah.
Because if you just like certain things, because not everybody perfect yet have, love me, like me, whatever, or so forth. Not everybody is perfect. It will have certain things my partner wouldn't like about me, certain things I wouldn't like about my partner, or what we do depending on what it is. But the moment that hate comes on, that means your feelings for this person completely change. And staying and pretending and all of that. Even like I say with the child, it have women who have children and they begin to hate their partner. They remove themselves, they remove their children from the situation as much as they could. And if possible.
Very
If
interesting.
possible.
So it's all about the butcher people. If you're joining us whenever you're looking at this, it's already date for September 5th.
Yes. The 17th.
17th of September. If you guys are, interested at and if they put aside the 2 ticket, I know who this 2 ticket is for. Really, you're gonna tell them how much tickets they want if it's you, the Beyonce. People got Beyonce. If you're looking at her. Yeah.
It's not no, big brother. Some of us men have the rod of correction.
Correct is right. Correct is
Rod of
right.
correction. That's what they're calling it now.
Only sometimes to correct a situation. Sometimes, listen. Now, I am not the devil's advocate, but we're talking long-term thing here. We're talking things that may last a particular length of time. And for us not to admit that really and true, why women don't play the sexual part when it is an integral part? Especially when things bad. I think that if the relationship going good, sometimes the sex may or may not play a role, because if the sex is not part of the whole synopsis and the bad times come, that is not the glue that has hold the relationship, because when all you vex and all you in that place, all you place in the comment section for the one Chica and Antonali say hate is a strong word. right?
Rapid entertainment.
But
Mm-hmm.
in the heat of disagreement, it have that kind of vibration sometimes. You just feel like you hate the man, right? And if the devil the walk it, big up the sugar babas at the inside, you know the things, you know.
Hey, what are the three listeners I saying here? So people, I know, but you know something. It has some people when they're so, upset, they're angry about whatever. They may not be in the mood either. That is the next thing. So, what it is you're gonna do to ensure that they have some makeup sex, because it have some people. They get vexed. They try to hold a little makeup, and then things go sour. Real sour. You're doing in that situation, really and true. Because it has some women that just lock off. It has some men that just lock off. Saying here, well, I ain't going through that. I ain't going through that.
Rapid
So,
entertainment.
people what you already say. And they say some of the men have rods of correction. So no, it's no longer the devil D, it's the rod of correction, people. I don't know.
That's a new one.
Right?
That is a new one.
Rod of correction. So when all the ladies get in trouble, the men, they're pulling out the rod of correction for you ladies. And they finally get in trouble. Oh gosh. I know Nicola girl, if you jump on it here, and this is the new thing is rod of correction now. It's no longer the devil.
So I think on a serious note, the love-hate relationship, if it continues, and it will be systemic, it would end up being toxic to the both parties. Even though I like to be there. But it will end up being, toxic to both parties. If it happens too regular, a little craziness in between, nothing wrong with it. But how we deal with conflict have a lot to play in that as well. So what do you think about conflict resolution, and what advice you all will suggest the persons going through that type of relationship? What are some of the ways we could deal with that?
Rapid entertainment.
Well, first and foremost, if not just one, but both parties need to realize that if it is I shouldn't say every, if it's the constant arguing is happening too much, the constant craziness, the constant warring is happening too much, some serious evaluation needs to happen, and all they need to figure out as to the reason why it is happening. Because for all I know, it could be something very simple that could be corrected, not the rod of correction, but it could be corrected and then move from there. If it absolutely cannot be corrected, you all will have some choices to make as adults.
Alright,
That's the
so-
best. I honestly I'm not a therapist or anything, but that's the best opinion that I could give, or advice that I should say I could give.
Right, so people, who are in relationships, and then sometimes too, it depends on the nature of the relationship as well. Because as we know, we have different relationships with, different individuals. And when we're talking about a sexual or long-term romantic relationship, committed relationship, some persons really don't know how to resolve conflict. especially if both persons challenging to get over, the things that are causing a breakdown in the relationship. So first and foremost, you have to recognize that there is a problem. Because if it is you don't recognize that there is a problem, then it cannot be fixed and it would not be fixed. Right? So first is recognizing the problem. And then it's deciding, okay, what are we going to do? What are the real problems? What's causing these problems, and how can they be addressed? And are we willing to work through whatever challenges you're having, the couples are having, in order to move forward and have the relationship last longer, become more healthier rather than be a toxic one. And both, it can't just be one person wanting to work it out. It has to be both parties.
Exactly.
It's one thing to make it work. These don't want to make it work, then it will. Just both parties want to work towards building a healthy. So Andy's saying sometimes all that's needed is a good heart-to-heart talk. I agree with you, Wilson. Right? And even if it means that you need to have a mediator, because sometimes you may not be able to do it on your own,
Rapid Entertainment.
get help. Just make sure that both parties agree to it. And sometimes it may take one partner making that step forward for both parties to go forward and see how best it can, be worked out. Right? Some people, they try and try and try. And the other person, they might say, okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. Maybe after, 4 sessions of some kind of couples counseling or marriage counseling, whichever it be, right? But in the end, in order for it to really work, the both parties must want it. So people, if you're locked on, have you ever been in a love-hate relationship? Do you find at times you realize, hey,
Rapid Entertainment.
you're developing this hate towards your partner, then you know something real wrong. You know something real wrong. So people, first ride is coming up in September. So it will be Saturday, the 17th of September. We're going to Celebia, right? And it's only $200. You're going to get free jello shots on entry, people. Right? It's going to be real nice. Real nice. We're calling it a September affair. So, Andy,
Set up
let us know when
yourself.
it's swinging by.
Set up yourself. I think this generation didn't really get any sort of direction when coming to how we engage in a proper relationship. Anybody's ever put you ladies to sit down and say, okay, this is how you as a woman, this is how you deal with a man in a relationship. I think there was no direction. Everybody went into relationships winging it, right? And there was no foundation other than persons who had like religious background. The only direction you was given was to go and get married. Don't set you for your marriage. But we would never put to sit down and really explain this is what a relationship is, this is how you go about treating a woman, a man. Did you ladies get any sort of direction in dealing with the opposite sex as it pertains to relationship? Basically, comment section that day.
Not exactly. From how my family, well, I should say was there, because most of the elders now have transitioned. But coming up as a young one, most of them would be like, "Hey, this is how a man's supposed to treat you. This is what does happen. Sometimes don't allow a man to do this, to do that. Don't do this, don't do that." You'll get certain things, they won't sit you down exactly. You might happen to be passing while the cabal is together talking. You will happen to overhear certain things, and if you pass, they'll say, "Hey, yeah, there's dollars so by so," you will get
So
things
it
like
really-
that. But
it
actually,
It really was how men should treat you rather than how you should treat a man.
no, sometimes you will get this is how you treat them and so forth.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll be positive, sometimes it'll be negative. But to say that you actually got pull that share, sit down and say so by so and whatever, like how a parent will have the talk when it says you have your period and so forth, your first period, you don't get that. Well, I didn't get that. I got the usual in passing as a young one, the little snippets of advice or whatever that was thrown out. And whoever catch it, basically.
Right.
Or you hear certain stories of don't allow this, and from other people's experience, so forth.
Right. Well, as I said, a lot of young women, weren't taught how to really and truly interact with the opposite sex, right? And the thing about it is for me now, in my timing, and people who are around, because you learn from observation, from whatever is being taught in society. So a lot of times, what I realize now is that because of this whole woman empowerment and so forth, they more teach the woman tell the woman this is how you should be treated, or you shouldn't be treated in this manner, rather than how it is you ensure that you have a good relationship with your partner. And yes, young women are encouraged, of course, not to have sex before marriage, because they'll say, well, the value will go down. A lot of times they're encouraged to wait until marriage and all of these things, get married and have a family and all these things. That's what is taught and said to young women over and over. Actually, now it have some persons you are meeting that say, here what? Don't rush. There's no rush. Marriage isn't going anywhere. Life isn't going anywhere. It's all there, and if it is really for you, it is for you, right? So it has some women now are taking that approach and telling young ladies that hey, it is not mandatory, right? It is even your choice, and it shouldn't be forced into it, right? But that talk in terms of really teaching, and the thing about it is, are the older ones able to even teach the younger ones how to treat the men with respect, with loyalty, with real true, care, not just here, look this and you just straight at him, because even though sometimes persons may have that discussion, what about the examples that they are setting? What are the young women seeing? Are they really getting the right example out there when they look at couples who are, claiming to have, loving, happy committed relationships because we don't only learn from, talk. Most
see,
people grasp what it is they observe.
This is a generational systemic misinterpretation. It's like when you look at society, really and truly, and you could count on your one hand how long somebody literally stays with somebody. And I'm even talking about a man. So think about this. You're telling somebody to get married. You don't even know how to be with somebody for more than 2 years. You ask somebody about, all right, I have an ex, all right, what's the longest? You're in five, something long. So if ladies, young ladies, are having relationships, 2 years is plenty, 3 years is plenty. You think they could even dream to embark on a marriage with somebody? A marriage is something far beyond just dealing, just being that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend or that's my significant other or whatever you want to call it. Basically, the generation we are viewing now and the generation to come and the 3 generations before, they don't even know how it is a long-term relationship, just being in a relationship. And when you look maybe at the parents, chica parent is an exception. But when you look at the majority, it's single homes, single family, a granny is staying by because mommy here, there, daddy too. So there is no grounded, rooted information. But what you're going to really observe? You're going to observe broken relationships most of your adolescents and teens. There is no observation in society. You can't even tell the neighbor. It's so different that you can't even tell a neighbor to say, all right, the neighbor next door has a long-term relationship. Let me learn from them. Your aunts, your uncles, everybody breaking up. And then it is a perpetuation of the glorified single strong woman. So another topic for today is, love-hate relationship. But when we look into affect something, we have to affect the root cause. Society is a societal problem.
Yeah, it is.
It is not just love. You will always be in a love-hate relationship. Always. Because you will start off good because, everything starts off nice. And when differences come and changes come and assertiveness and some, the man wants to be the man, nobody knows how to deal with that. So then we just coin it toxic. We just give it a label, When in truth and in fact is that we do not know how to be in a relationship. We don't know. We went in there because the man good looking or the girl good looking or he have a good job or it feel right. But we do not know literally how to be in a relationship with the opposite sex. We don't know because we have no direction from no mother or father. We don't have anything to look at. When you look at TV, it's woman empowerment. But woman empowerment to stay single for the rest of their life till they're 55. A strong woman now is a woman who have a good job and she have plenty cats. Right? That's it. You have a good career and you have plenty cats. Because no man not staying with you. Yeah, it might be around 5 years or 2. Yes, you might be good looking. Yes, you might have ambition and a dollar in your pocket. But after that, you do not have any experience. You do not have any direction of how even to be with a man for more than because after the honeymoon phase, that's where most relationships falling apart now, And women, not much men, but women tend to have this high value of themselves now that I am going to do that. And I am going to do that. Or they don't know what it is to go through anything. All you have not been with a man for 6 years good. You all have no idea what it means to go through anything. A 3 year relationship young. What are you talking about? Because because women have the pick. You see, the difference with men, and I tell guys, this, women who do the selection. Right, guys? The woman who does choose to be with you. You is so hot or you is so thick. The woman does choose to stay based on whatever parameters she decides is good enough for her to commit herself. It is never the man. That's why a lot of men are turning to substance abuse and depressed right now. Because women have very high standards now. Imagine you telling a good man that if he have a little belly, he can't get through. If he below 5'9", he can't get through. Good man, eh? So men are being now subjected to these high, super high standards from women. So now the women have to pick. They want the tall, strong, well-built, ambitious man. So all the best ladies, they're vying for that man attention. So the guys who call you that to be good guys, but they're being pushed to the side, so they are depressed. They turn into substance abuse. They turn into men. They're not even looking at women now. They're just surviving. They go out party, they even want to, they even go in because they know that they've fallen below the standards of what women looking for. So every relationship will be love-hate, you know. Because when you really do the max, not much ladies say in a 7-year relationship. Personally. I'm talking about you dealing a man and that's the length or you know the man for. Women now have so much high standards and high esteem that they shooting themselves in the leg because through time, you get to learn somebody and through time you see how to deal with certain situations because remember you're winging it. Nobody never teach you. So if you were spending time with one man, you feel you can marry the next man when you're done, right? Don't let no man treat you so. And you're going to the next man. And the same thing over and over. Let me know what you think about it.
Same thing over and over. That's right.
Oh, it's not didn't they just settle?
And that's highly likely to happen. So it depends on if the eggs going and expire. Because if it is a woman, she realizes, hey, I really want a child of my own, that I carry. Some women, that's when they settle because they realize, hey, time is my biological clock is ticking. I think that is when some women settle. Yeah.
That's true. Because a guy could go on, because a guy could go from whatever age, but for sure a woman starts to tick louder, they just settle.
Yep. Or they just decided they're just not going to bother. They just won't bother. Right? So, I mean, it is choice, and yes, it is true. Women do set high standards now, at least. I don't know, it is to say half or most do. But, I mean, even men too, you all can have your standards at a particular place. There are some things you may be able to, have compromise for. And then there are other things, okay, really and truly, I really won't be able to compromise on this, right? But, let it be reasonable, because sometimes people set standards all the way up there, and sometimes they themselves don't even meet their own standards that they are setting for another person. So make sure that when you are setting standards, you're able to give exactly what it is you are looking for in a partner. And sometimes people really forget about that. If it is you looking for something, make sure that you can, give in return. It can't be a one-way street, and the man must do this and the man must do that. And what you doing as a woman. And sometimes that is the mentality some women have, because they think that men have to. Men must. And they can do whatever it is they like, and the men still have to do that good. But if it is you expect the man to be with you through thick and thin and be loyal, you should be able to do the same. Really and truly. Yeah, so people, tomorrow night it will be ladies' night, and we're going to talk about who. Question is, who thinks about sex more? Is it the man or the woman? Yeah? And don't worry, events, everything will be posted. So you can contact Shanaka, Z, or myself for your ticket, right? You'll be able to hit us up. Only $200, and it is a September affair. So just start organizing yourself. Right, and we want to just say, a happy holiday. I hope that, parents, you already have things put in place for your children during this vacation. Make sure you be careful. Make sure you know where it is you are sending them. Just don't drop them off and just go about your business. Saying everything is okay, right? Make sure you do your little background check. Make sure that you really communicate, because remember, you have to have a very healthy relationship with your children as well, as they really will know what is going on. Sometimes the child may not feel comfortable enough to come to you and say, hey, this happened, right? You want them to be comfortable enough to come and speak to you about anything. So just, children, be safe, have an enjoyable July, August vacation.
Yeah, the good
get some rest.
The good deputy, only don't forget that. Make sure the thing popping, right? The only thing. It was nice to know, hopefully. Ladies' night could be a little. It could be a little back on. Hey. Is it a topic again?
Who thinks about sex more? Man or woman?
Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And you're going to tell them how much tickets you want, my brother? I know if you're bringing the whole, everybody now, the whole family now. We're 30% for that progress that is there. Ladies, what do you think about the topic? What are you thought about the topic then?
Interesting.
Because we really never got any schooling from no one about how to go about certain things. Everything was just done on the whim. Nobody gave us any kind of hope, This is how you do it. When you come upon this, do it like this. To help we navigate the madness. Slowly until
Violence against women isn't cultural, it's criminal. Equality cannot come eventually, it's something we must fight for now. Burn Team Global Limited stands with our country, our community, to stop violence against women.